Good morning and welcome to Andy's Allotment on a lovely bright sunny bank holiday Monday morning. This is Monday the 7th of May, 6th of May, and it's just about 9 o'clock in the morning, a little bit late for me, but well, it's bank holiday, I'm entitled to lie in. I thought I'd give you a quick spin round the plot to show you what's happening, and then we'll do an update later on of what's in the polytunnel and what I get on to today, because I'm hoping to get quite a bit done. Not really been down here this weekend, other things have got in the way, which is a shame, but at least I've got a long weekend to catch up on today. So first of all, the potatoes. I throw a shadow all over these, but never mind. As you might be able to see, all the potatoes in this bed are now coming up. There are 15 Anya in the first 3 rows, and I've got 4 Maris Piper at the back, which are just coming through. In the pots, sunlight, a couple of Maris Piper coming through fine. Third one, there's nothing in there. Now in this one, which is Anya, there's a little bit of life. Again there, Anya, life, and there. The rest of the ones were only put in a couple of weeks ago, there's nothing through coming in there at all. The fruit bushes in this bed, where they're being held for the time being. Of the blackcurrant twigs, if you like, I'd say we've got about 60% success with those. There's 3 or 4 with nothing showing, no greenery whatsoever, so they're not going to go anywhere. But the gooseberries and the blackberries are doing fantastic. Unfortunately, I've got nowhere to put those at the moment, but the bed behind is what's going to be filled today. I'm going to get some of these bushes into there. Quick run over here now. This is the other fruit bed. You can see we've got some raspberries. There are 5 raspberry canes in here, but only 3 appear to be living at the moment. I'll leave the others just in case, but I have got others at home which I'm going to bring down and they will cover. And I've got 3 red currants at the back end, all of which have got flowers, leaves on, and they're doing fine. The bed at the back has got strawberries. There are 10 strawberries at the top end which are doing fine. Another one there, another one there. Everything else in the middle has gone. It's just the frost has got them or what, I don't know what's happened to them. Again, I've got about a dozen strawberries at home which I'm going to bring down and replace, and they're going to fill there. In some of the gaps that will be left, I've got some herbs which are going to go in from home. I've got an oregano, I've got a thyme, and a couple of others I can't think of at the moment. Also, this other bed here is going to be filled lasagna method. As you can see, I've got cardboard down already. Take all the other rubbish out, the wood, etc. Put a thick layer of manure down there, cover it with compost, and it's ready to plant into. So hopefully that'll be done later on this afternoon. And this is the bed I'm going to put the fruit bushes into. Got some big black currants at home I think I'll bring down for here as well, rather than putting the spindly sticks in. The sticks can go around the edge once I get the chance to put them in around there. What I might do is take them out and put them into individual pots, so I'm freeing up this bed to be used. Now, my overwintering onions, the ones that survived are looking quite nice, but unfortunately there's very few survived. There's what, maybe a dozen in there, and there were somewhere in the region of 100 onions put into there, and there's a dozen survived. So, don't think I'll be doing that one again. And unfortunately I can see some horsetail coming through in this bed as well, so I'll have to be pulled through. Now, the cabbages, as you can see, they're bolting. They're coming out today. Don't want them in there anymore. And the last one I've got in there as well is bolting. So those 3 cabbages are coming out. I'll use the leaves at home. I'll just simply blanch them and freeze them individually, and then use them for making dolmethes or something like that later. This weekend, perhaps. This weekend, today. Now, the Kohl Rabi. Not sure what I'm going to do with these, because again I think these are last year's plants and I think they're bolting to seed, looking at the flower heads forming on them, so I think they're going to come out as well. So this entire top bit here is going to come out. There's some curly kale at the back end which might be okay. I'll leave that and see how it does. At the front here we have got some leaf beets which is doing fantastically. Some other onions which are doing pretty well actually, so I think I'll leave those this year, they can come up. Some more leaf beets and some comfrey. Now there's 2 plants of comfrey there, one's coming up okay. One's got a little bit of a stunted start because I put my rhubarb tub over the top of it by mistake. Whoops. Now, this bed again is all the brassicas that came out from last year as plug plants. Didn't get them in time last year. The spring cabbage at the front here, I think they're going to be fine. Purple sprouting broccoli behind is purple and sprouting as you'd expect. Behind it I've got some summer cauliflowers which are doing fine, but at the back the Brussels sprouts have gone straight to seed, going through the roof, and I don't need any Brussels sprout seeds, so they're coming out today. And they're going to be thrown in the compost pile, unfortunately. I'll show you the pond later on. I've got a problem with the pond. I've fixed the hole in it 3 times now with different methods, and it's still leaking, so there must be a second hole somewhere I haven't found yet. So I've made up some little dams within the pond itself to divert water off from each section. So as and when I discover which section is going down faster, that gives me an idea of where the leak is coming from, and I'll have to have a look at it. I'm hoping it's not significant. I'm hoping it's not one of these horsetails punching through from below, as I know they have a habit of trying to do. If it is, the whole line needs replacing, which is a shame because it's full of frog spawn, well not frog spawn, tadpoles now. The decking is going to be hopefully finished off today, or mostly finished off today. I'm going to go and get the boards later on when B&Q opens, and get maybe another, I think I need another 13 boards. I think I measured it out for. I need one for the stuff at home. I've not showed you anything that's going on at home recently, so I'll have to do a video on that through the week at some point. Polytunnel, looking a bit of a mess at the moment, needs tidying out. Maximum temperatures recorded inside the little poly greenhouse, which you can see in there, was 54 degrees last week, and the maximum temperature inside the polytunnel was 45. I've just been in there now and it's over 30. Even with the door open, it's starting to cool down slightly, but it's not brilliant. A bit too hot, but hey, not complaining. A bit of sun. The rest of the plot is still looking a bit of a mess, to be honest. The grass is now growing. I'm going to have to get the strimmer on that, trim it down when I'm ready to do anything with it, but I can't be too far away, to be fair. And the bed, you can see over there near my car, that one's going to be finished off today, and I'm hopefully going to get another bed next to it as well later on. Not going to be doing that straight away. I've got to dig the other bed out first of all. I've decided that I'm not going to be digging any more beds, because double digging it, the weed problem I've had on the beds that I have double dug has been horrendous. The ones of lasagnaed have been minor, very, very minor, and I haven't got the time to go around and spend a full day weeding as I had to do a couple of weeks back. So I think I'm going to lasagna the beds. Anything comes through I can get at easier. If I square foot garden the beds, this one here is going to be square foot gardening, and this one here is going to be square foot gardening. Once I've lasagnaed the beds and square foot garden them off, the weeding becomes very, very easy. So I'm hoping that that will make life easier. Anyway, that's enough of me rabbiting on for now. I've got some work to do, so I'll get on with that and come back later and show you how I've got on. Okay, it's now about 7:30 on Tuesday the 7th of May. Didn't do an update after Bank Holiday Monday because I was just basically shattered by the time I got home. But I thought I'd pop down tonight, just check on things and give you a quick update on where we got to over the Bank Holiday weekend. As you can see, the decking is now pretty much complete. Just got one piece to put on at the end, so it's got to be cut. But the first 3 pieces I put down here that are a different colour, they shrank over the first few weeks of being down. So I'm going to leave the rest of them. They're only just tacked down with one screw at each end. Leave them, see if they shrink as well. If they do, shuffle it over a bit. Revamp on the pond. Now, tried to fix the hole in the old one 3 times and failed dramatically 3 times. So I decided at the end the only thing for it was to get a new liner. So the old liner came out and the new liner is in. Now this liner is slightly too big, as you can probably see. So the plan is to make a wooden frame to go around the outside to hide the ugly concrete and stone that have been put on there before. It did the job. I'm not going to take it away, but I'm going to build over the top of it. So what I'm going to have is a wooden frame to go around the outside with wooden boards on the top, which are going to be the same as the decking boards, hopefully, to complement it. And that should hopefully make it look a lot nicer. Now, a lot of the times on Bank Holiday Monday spent running backwards and forwards getting the wood and then getting the supplies for this, getting the liner, going picking it up, etc. So not a lot else got done on the plot, with a couple of exceptions. Just walk over to one of the beds over here. One of my plot neighbours, David, has just come back from France with a bootload of plug plants. She didn't need a lot of, so He's given me 21 leeks. It looks like the fox has been digging over there as well. I shall have to look at that in a minute. But 21 leeks have been put in, little things. And he also gave me some more brassicas. I'll just go and try and get to that one. Bear with me a second. Now, the bed for the beans has been now finally double dug and manured, etc. I've got some beans in at the front, which I hope you can see there. Some of them are broad beans, which are rather leggy. But in each pot I put 2 beans, and it seems like the second bean is now coming up. I don't know if you can see any of those on this, but there's some little beans and there's some very long leggy ones. I left them all because if anything happens, great, I've got some beans. If it doesn't, I've not lost anything. Also underneath there are some red cabbage, some broccoli, and some sprouts, Brussels sprouts, that David had spare as plug plants. Now, I had to get these in somewhere. This was the only bed ready for them, to be honest, so that's why they're in here, which is normally going to be my bean bed. They're going to come out of here, and this weekend, this bed, which is my storage ground, is going to be converted into a sandy bed. I'm going to put the broccoli and the other brassicas into there. I think that's probably the best place for them. The plants that I thought were going to go to seed have got to go to seed. So that's my all the brassicas in there at the back are Brussels sprouts, which have just sprouted and gone horrible. In this bed I had some kale and some Kohl Rabi, which I was hoping would survive and give me something this time, but they've just gone straight to seed. Lesson learned: don't overwinter stuff that's not supposed to be overwintered. It just wants to do a second year thing and go to seed, which is fair enough. This bed, we've had a nice crop of purple sprouting broccoli off this already. There's a few little bits left, but not too much, and there's other ones in there, as you can see, which have gone to seed. I'm not sure what that was, but obviously a brassica of some sort. And the Brussels sprouts, which I was hoping to get sprouts off, they just blown completely, so these are coming out very shortly. I haven't got around to it yet. Then this whole bed is going to be cleared once the sprouting is finished sprouting, and I'm going to be using this for square foot gardening and getting something else decent going. Now, potatoes, I think I showed you these the other day, but I'll show you again. Coming up nicely. I've got 3 rows of Anya, and then 1 row of Morris Piper. Then in the buckets, I've got 2 buckets of Morris Piper coming up, 3rd one not coming up yet. Anya at that one, she's doing fine. The rest haven't got anything yet, but they've only been in since the 21st, I think, 23rd of May, something like that. 27th of May, even better. So they've not been in that long, so I'm not surprised anything else coming up on them. But anyway, that's it for this very quick update, and I'll come back to you with another video later on this week. Thanks, bye for now.